This is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada, and welcome to vlog number 28. So, today is Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and as you can tell, there was no Monday. I somehow just totally forgot to do this on Monday. I guess I kind of still felt like it was the weekend, so we're going to have to do two today. We're going to be doing 14 and 15, and this is what I did on Sunday. I can't show you the gingerbread man because, oh yes I can if I just reach over here. Here we go. So this is what the full page looks like, and this is the gingerbread man right there. He turned out well. And I put tiny little bits of white gel pen on his hands and feet so that it looked like it had sprinkled sugar on them. So I'm going to do the Christmas bauble in Advent colors, so it will be purple and pink. So I've got a nice dark purple, and then I've got a glitter pink pen, and then I've got a pastel pink pen. A little bit difference to make a little bit of a difference. So I guess first of all I need to get a silver for the hanger. This one looks like it's silver. Yep. So we'll start right away with this hanger. And I just color the whole thing silver. A big hanger part on the top, but well. So I have had a bad day today. Oh, no. Okay, good. I didn't quite push it in. It's a little bit of the silver on the bottom. And I think I'll keep it out just in case I do those two lines there. So I've had a bad day today. I just cannot stay awake. Well, I seem to be okay now for the last hour or so, since about, well, a little bit longer than that, since around 1. But from when I woke up in the morning at, I slept in a bit this morning, so it was around 7:30 when I got up. Now, I think I will alternate the stripes, and then we'll go from there. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So at 7:30 I came and sat down at my desk, and I tried to do, well, I managed to make my coffee. I came up here and I thought everything was fine. I started to do my Instagram, to upload my pictures and to read my stream, and I kept falling asleep, and I'd I'd just nod off, and the next thing I knew I'd be like, huh, and I'd wake up and I'd blink and it'd be hard to open up my eyes, and I'd look at my tablet and I'd be on somebody's board or whatever you want to call it that I had no idea why I was there. So I would press back a few times to get back to where I actually was. And then the same thing would happen. So I gave up on that, and I decided to go to Facebook and upload my photos. Well, I managed to upload my photos to, I believe, just my Facebook group. I don't think I uploaded them anywhere else. And because the same thing would happen. I just like, I'm doing my stuff and then all of a sudden, and I'm asleep. And then, I'm waking up again. And this happened like right through to lunchtime. It was just ridiculous. Whatever I did, I started coloring, and thank God I was coloring with pencils. So I got a bit of scribbly pencil. Got some orange lines on the girl's face, which I can't completely erase. But everything else was okay. And it seems like most of the time when I fall asleep with the pencil, I drop the pencil. I don't just keep holding it like I do with the alcohol marker. So sorry if my voice sounds a little scratchy. I'm not sure if it's my voice or my ears. Well, there. Just blew my ears out. No, my voice still sounds weird. This is like last time. So yeah, it's been a pitiful, well, not pitiful, but like a pathetic day today. So anyways, I seem to be awake now, and I thought, well, I better get this done. Because, I mean, I knew I was going to do it, and I wanted to do it by lunchtime, but I slept through that, so I had to wait until I felt more like it, and I didn't want to do it once it got dark. So it's gloomy outside. The weather, the last couple of days, well, on Monday, the weather was so weird. We had rain in the morning, and then later on it stopped, and the sky was full of like dark, gloomy clouds, but it was bright. Everything down here underneath of the sky, it was bright, as if the sun was shining on it somewhere, but I couldn't see the sun from my window. And then later on, it started to rain, and it was that sideways rain that you get. So that was quite interesting to watch while I was sitting here at my window watching the sideways rain. But yeah, it was just really weird. And today's been just as weird, because it was raining this morning, and then we had when I woke up one time, I saw that we were having some of those large, the really large and fluffy snowflakes coming down. And then it's been clear for the last little while, and now I'm looking out and it's snowing again. Except this is just the teeny little light stuff. We've actually had quite a bit of snow so far this year, which is quite unusual for us. We usually, now I wonder if I should do these all the same with the purple. No, I think I'll do the pink on the inside. So I guess I better do them purple. What was I talking about? The weather. So, my printer hates me. The printer works perfectly fine for the other people in the house, but it will not work for me. A couple of weeks ago, we got a different package from our internet server, and we needed we needed a new box to get onto this new level. And so anyways, this new service is supposed to be faster, like a lot faster than what we were getting, and we got a cheaper deal for everything because it was just getting too expensive. It was like they raised it $50, so that we were paying like an outrageous amount of money for the internet. In Canada, the internet is very expensive. So anyways, the TV company gives us a deal, and it's probably the same with other providers. We've just been with the same provider for a very long time. And they give you a deal if you take the cable package. Basically, it's free. Like you get the internet, phone, landline, and TV. And that's cheaper than just getting internet. They give you a deal if you take a landline and cable, because I guess they need the stats saying, yes, people are still using cable. Look at all these people that we have with cable. And I guess maybe the same thing with landlines. So basically you're getting these for free, and you're just getting reduced internet. However it works, that's how it works. So we have all three. And we changed to this new system. And look, oh no, we're not done yet. I have to do the outside things. I'll do those in the two pinks. Starting with, maybe just this one. Yeah, so we needed to get a new box. I think I've said that 3 times now. So after that came, and my Mr. Niagara and Mr. Niagara Jr. Don't know what else to call my son. Those are the 2 men living in the house. So they put it all together and everything, and then Junior came into our room, or came into my room, and did what he needed to do with the computer to get the printer running on it. And he checked it, and it worked, and it was fine. And then so ever since the next day, I need to keep moving here. Alright, so we're going to do the mittens, and I think I just want to do those in not necessarily Christmas colors, because they don't really need to be. So let's just see what colors I have here. Maybe we will do them orange, or is that red? Hard to tell. No, it looks more red than orange to me. That is red. Okay, here we go. Orange and blue. That's nice. I like those 2 colors together. Let's see if I can find a nice blue. Okay. Check these out. Yes, that's orange. Yes, that's blue. Okay. I think I need a 3rd color. Dark green, maybe. Oh no, wait a minute. I've got a brown. We'll use brown, because brown goes with both orange and blue. Alright, so here we go. So here we go. I guess I'll start with brown for those thingies. Are they both the same? Okay. So this is, I got this in a alcohol marker set, and it's kind of like, I don't know what it is actually. It's like plastic, but it's like, I don't know, vinyl maybe or something. But anyways, it's really good for putting down on top of gel work so you don't smudge it all over the place. Especially like when you're going all over the place here and you're, you know. So the printer's not working for me. I use it and it tells me there was a printer error, or it tells me the printer is offline. Those are the two messages I get. So my son messed around with stuff and he got it working. He didn't know how he got it working. He just did. And so it worked for the rest of that day. Then the next day I go to print and printer is offline, or printer error, or it just doesn't say anything. And when I look down at, when I go check the printer icon, it'll say 1 item pending, 2 items pending, 3 items pending. Everything I'm printing is not printing, but no message is coming up, so I think it's printed. But no, the print queues are, the things that are in the print queue just keep adding on top of each other. So by this time my son is like absolutely fed up with messing around with my computer and the printer. So we get to the point where we turn the printer off and we reboot it. So we turn it off, we'll wait for it to go through that process, and then we turn it on and wait for it to go through that process. And then it works. So it's like every morning when I get up, I go downstairs, I turn the printer on, I wait, and then I turn it off, and then I turn it on. And I have a good printer. I have an office computer, color laser printer that is made for home businesses. So it's meant to do a lot of printing, and it's a good, very expensive printer, which I was fortunate enough to get through the Vine program. But anyways, so it's not the printer's fault. Well, I mean, it is. It just hates me. So anyways, doing this turning it off and turning it on business, and then it will just stop. So it'll work for a couple of days, and then it'll just stop. I'll go downstairs, I'll turn it on, I'll turn it off, or off and then on. Come upstairs, try to print something, nope. Go downstairs, turn it off, turn it on, try to print something, nope. So here comes my son again, and he's like, all right, let's fix this thing. And he can't get it to work right. So we're both staring at the screen, and I said, what if you remove the printer and add it back? And he goes, okay. So we do that, and in the process of doing that, it takes us a few tries, because you have to be standing right beside the printer, because during the add process it says follow the instructions on the printer. Well, you've got about 3 seconds to do that, so you can't be up here with the laptop and then run downstairs to the printer and do it. No, that doesn't work. So finally, anyways, I do that. So now, when I want to print, I go downstairs to make my coffee and I turn the printer off. And then I turn it on. And then it'll work. Next day, I do the same thing. Next day, it won't work. So then I have to call my son or wait until my son is home, which is even more annoying, and say, we have to add and we have to remove and add to the printer again. So get down there so you can press the button, do whatever it is he has to do. And so then I remove the printer from my laptop, and then I add it back, and then it works for that day. And then it's repeat. 2 more days of turning it on and off, and then the reboot day, or the remove day. So, I mean, it's just, it's so annoying. So, I mean, I just think it hates me. And this started when we got the new internet, but it has nothing to do with the internet, because my printer isn't hooked up to the internet. It shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know anything about these things, so I'm just totally in the dark as to what is going on with it. And my son is just absolutely fed up with it, and he moans when he hears me that I need his help again. Okay, now actually that should be brown because it comes across. I used to knit mittens. I absolutely loved knitting mittens. I would, and I knit them on 5 needles. That's the same as knitting on 4 double-pointed needles, but if you use 5, then you get to have your work on 4 needles, so it's always separated. So one needle has half of the front and the other half of the front on the next needle, and then so it's like your needles are like this. Oh, I guess that goes under. So your needles are like this, and you've got your front of the mitten split in half, and okay, let's just put it on top. And you got the back of the mitten split in half, and then you have the thumb just at the beginning of one of the things on the front, wherever it goes. And I just absolutely loved doing that. If I ever go back to knitting, it will be, whoops, we're using blue. If I ever go back to knitting again, it will be to knit mittens, because they're short and they're quick, and I would knit both at the same time. So I would knit the ribbing on one, and then I'd get another set of needles, and I'd knit the ribbing of number 2. Then I'd do the first pattern, because I like doing colored knitting, is that what they call it these days? Doing Fair Isle and all that sort of stuff. I used to like Intarsia, but I'm not really into that. I like all the Fair Isle patterns and the Nordic patterns and the color patterns from all the different countries and stuff. Alright, so we're going to have to do this. What? Pink, blue, pink, blue. Okay. Why am I saying pink? And why do I have a pink? Have I put pink in here? No. Oh, yeah. On Sunday, we had the plumber. No, not Sunday. It was Monday, yesterday. We had the plumber in. Just filling in all the white spaces that I left. Just checking out the bauble now. But it looks good. This one just looks a little patchy. Yeah, so my husband found the a faucet set that he had bought a long time ago to change the taps and whatever the other part that the water comes out of. So like a new set of those. And he'd bought it a long time ago, and I guess put it somewhere where he'd forgotten about it. So he finds it, and he decides, oh, today I'm gonna put this on. Well, first let me tell you guys, Mr. Niagara is not a handyman. Okay? So, when he decides to do something like that, everybody in the house just kind of freezes and starts to think, okay, what could go wrong? You know, is this harmless, what he's going to do, or could we have major problems here? And I was just like, okay, just, you know, have fun. And so then he comes to me and says, don't use the sink. Don't use the hot water on the sink. And he, like, needs a part, but it's too late now, and he can't get the part. And so he has the hot water turned off on the sink for the night. And when I come downstairs in the morning, there's a bucket under the sink. There's a hose with water leaking into it, but like a quick leak. And he says to me, I'm going to have to call a plumber. So he had managed to get the old faucet off, but putting the new one on, I don't know what, he ran into some sort of problem. And we had to get the plumber in. Well, the plumber was there for like 10 minutes, and it cost us $100. It's a very simple thing to fix, but, you know, when you don't know what you're doing, you want to be careful around plumbing and electricity, because you could do something that would end up costing you hundreds or even thousands of dollars damage. So, you know, he just took it as far as he felt safe taking it, and we ended up calling in the plumber. But I just laugh over it now, because I hate making a reference to this man, but if you were a kid in the 80s and you watched the Cosby Show, do you remember when Cliff Huxtable went to fix something? Everybody would, like, you know, get ready to call the plumber or the electrician or whatever, and, you know, he'd end up breaking whatever it was he was gonna fix. But yeah, so that reminds me of my Mr. Niagara. But I love him anyways, even if he isn't a handyman. Oh dear. Okay, we're finishing up here. Then I'm going to show you my finished and my last finished page, my whips, and what I'm going to color next. That's what's going to come up. Oh my goodness, we've been half an hour? Sheesh, that went by fast. Alright, so there we go. A little bit of a hole in this one. I always leave little white spaces when I'm coloring with gel pens. Yeah, just the thumb here, and then we're good. Alright. So there we go. we did yesterday's and today's. So this is today, Tuesday the 15th. So what is the 16th going to be? Oh, tomorrow's is going to be a short one. I got the snowman. Alright, so let's put this up here. And I'll put the lids on my gel pens. And then I'll get out my pictures to show you, or my books, of what is going on here. I'm going to put this pink one back. Alright, so just let me have a sip of water here. Not water, it's Dr. Pepper. That was good. I just need to use some Lysol lips. Yeah. I'm gonna put some Lysol on my lips. Oh dear. I'm really bad right now. Like for the last month or so. I just can't come up with the words, and when I do, they're the wrong ones. Sometimes they can be a very, very different meaning. Alright, so the last picture I colored was out of Sachdeva's, move that up, Sachdeva's Festive Christmas color by number. So I did 2 out of here. But this was the last one that I did. Isn't that cute? I love it. Oh, well, no, I won't show you the other one. So that's the last picture I did. I only have one whip, and this is my second day of working on it, so I don't know if I'll finish it today. I kind of felt like I needed a break, and that's why I decided to do the filming, but the filming may have been enough of a break. So I'm doing, this is Christmas Stories by Coloring Book Cafe, and this is what I'm doing. So I'm doing this in Prismas, and I don't have much left to do. I've just got this right here. Then I was going to use metallic pens, either markers or gel pens, to do the hardware on this table, and the scissors and the hair combs, and I forget what that is. Oh, that's a fob for his watch. This is the story, The Gift of the Magi, where they both sacrifice their favorite thing to get their partner a present that they would absolutely love, but then the presents are useless because they each sold that favorite thing so that they could afford to get the partner their thing. So he bought her hair combs, and she cut off her hair. Like, he sold his watch so that he could afford to buy her hair combs for her lovely long hair, but she sold her hair so that she could buy him a fob for his wonderful watch. So yeah, that's a nice story. So yeah, I was going to use more of gel pen stuff for that, so really I just have to finish this tree. Well, I think it's turning out okay. It's not horrible anyways. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm working on. And what's coming up is, let's turn the other way. What's coming up? I might be working in there. If I can find a page that isn't too intimidating, I will work out of there. Then I'm supposed to work out of this one, but I just cannot find any inspiration. I just flip through it and I'm like, eh. And then I do it again, and I like it. I like the pictures in here, but it's just I think I'm Christmased out. I only have 3 books from, no, sorry, 4 books. I have these 4 books left to color in. And they're all pencil books. These are all pencils. And this one I can use watercolors in, like I already have, or I can use pencils. So I don't know. I think I'm just Christmased out. I have done some pencil books, so it's not like I've only done the marker books. I've done some pencil work, but I think I'm just gonna not do these. Well, I'm gonna look through this first and see if I can come up with a picture, because I saw somebody coloring something and it kind of gave me a little bit of inspiration for it. Because see, the thing is with the Lizzie Mary Cullen books, I don't want to use ink tints. I just want to use pencils and bright colors. So I want to show you these. These are awesome. These are the double line outline markers. So I got these from, let's zoom in so you can have a look at this scrap piece of paper here. Well, it's a Post-it note. But I got these from the Vine program to review, and I just absolutely love them. First of all, they're really interesting because they work like a paint pen. Okay, see, I haven't used this one. So you shake it, these are not paint pens though. So you shake it, and then you prime it. And they start really easily. Here it comes. There it is. Okay, so now this is alcohol ink. See how it went through? So these are alcohol markers, and when you make lines with them, it is like chrome silver in the middle, and then on all around that line is the color. Like this was dark green. So you can just make lines, or you can, of course, their main purpose is to, you know, have fancy writing in your notebooks or whatever. But I've been using them to go over white lines because they're opaque. That the silver part is opaque. So I've been using them to go over lines. In my coloring. So I'll show you that closer when I show you a snowman that I went around his lines with the light blue one, and it is really cool. So these ones are made by, I don't think these ones are branded. They have the color names on them though, which is good. Otherwise everything is written in Chinese on them. It shows you how to use them on it too. Yeah. If there's any branding on there, it's in Chinese. It's probably here because it's got a registered trademark line on it. So yeah. But they're really cool. So I'll be having some more fun with those. Alright, so that's enough for today. It took 40 minutes. I skip a day and then do like a long one here. Alright, so, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Hello, today is Thursday and the time is 1:52. So, I missed a day again, and I have no idea why I missed yesterday. I feel like I did a lot, but not really if I started to tell what I did. But anyway, so that means we have 2 to do again today. But that's okay because we're going to do yesterday's first. And that's just this snowman here, so he'll be easy to do. And then we'll do today's, which is the snow globe. So, I haven't got my colors out, but they're right here beside me. So first of all, I'm going to get out a black and do his top hat. So, I'm not sure if I even have a black, to tell you the truth. Well, This looks like it's going to be black or gray. Whatever color it is, we'll use it. Aha, yes, it is black. So good. This is a pen and gear, and I really like these ones. Well, I was going to say they flow really well, but this one is starting to give me a little trouble. Does it need to have a bang, or is it going to start working here? I must not have ever used this one yet. Sometimes you have to give gel pens a little tap or two to get them working the very first time. But not with all. So there's his top hat. So I think I'm going to get it some brown for the sticks and orange for the nose. So I just had a brown in my hand. That's gold. Okay, and orange. My supply of gel pens is starting to get low. And they're starting to lean over in the container that I have them in right now. I don't have enough to fill it up anymore. I do have some more gel pens, but I kind of don't want to get them mixed up. I have a set of Tan Mitts with replacement inks that's inside a plastic plastic kind of case thing. It's nice. I'm sure you all know what I mean. Let's keep the lids off. And let's do his scarf. I know, yellow and black, because I have a yellow and black scarf, which I love. And this looks like it's yellow, and this one is an Ain art. I think the orange was a Tan Mitt. Yep. Alright, so scarf is going to be yellow and black. So let me start doing the yellow stripes. So yesterday we had to have the plumber in here because, oh, you know what? I already told you about this. I just remembered, and that I told you this on Tuesday. So it must have been Tuesday that it happened. See, I have no idea what day things happen. If somebody said, you know, what did you do this week? What happened this week? I would be like, the only thing I can remember is coloring and watching YouTube. My memory is like a shot. But then asked me about things that happened when I was a teenager, and oh well, I'll just talk your ear off until you tell me to shut up. That's enough. They say that's what happens when you get older. You think you remember more about the past than the present. But I know something happened yesterday. I just can't remember what. If it wasn't the plumber. I don't know. I can't remember a single thing that happened yesterday. But this morning was quite a shock because we woke up and there was snow. Everything was white. It was like, ah, no, 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 no. Don't be time for snow to stay yet. Okay, so now we just have to do the little snowflakey things around them, and I guess I'll do those a light blue if I can find a lightish one. Well, it looks lightish. Lighter than the others anyways. Yeah, so everything was covered up, and the roofs of houses had snow on them. The cars had snow on them. Hubby had to, Mr. Niagara had to shovel out the car and clean off the windows and stuff. It wasn't that hard a job to do because it hadn't turned to ice or anything. It really wasn't that cold. I checked first thing this morning and it was -4, and I don't know what the temperature is now, but it's a lot warmer than that. I only went, I had to go to my pain appointment today, and I only went out in a cardigan, this one that I'm wearing right now, so, you know, it's made out of yarn, but it's got cotton in it. It's probably a combination of cotton and wool. But it kept me warm enough, so I was fine. Oh, you know what? Let's draw a line down here too, just to put for the snow. All right, so now we're moving over, and we're gonna do the snow globe. So we'll start right in the middle there with the house. And we'll give it a brown door. And I might give it turquoise roofs. Oh, it looks like so the roof is covered in snow, so there's only a bit showing. All right, so let's do the walls here first. I'm going to do those turquoise because I love turquoise. This looks like it's going to be a turquoise aqua something sort of color, and I like that. There we go. So the snow was like a big deal because we usually don't have snow that stays this time of year. But like I said, it was fairly warm, and it got warmer as the day went on. Not like warm, but above 0, or maybe -2 or something. That's Celsius. I can't be bothered to go check what that is right now, but you can just Google it. If you just type in -2 Celsius equals, and it'll fill it in and say down in your drop box bar, whatever it's called, you'll see where you want to do, and you just click on there, and the very first thing you see will be your calculation done. Okay, so the roof is white and this part is done. So let me see. The roofs are all covered, but I know that the new ones are gray. There are some brown ones. There's dark brown and light brown. I think maybe a light gray, but I don't know how much gray we have here. This is a weird color. It's in silver, but it looks kind of like greenish. What the heck, let's give it a try. What color is it? It's kind of like a metallic green? Who knows? That's a weird color. Put some over here. So I was getting ready to go to the pain clinic and realized that my feet will not fit into my boots because they are so swollen all the time. So my Mr. Niagara says, well, wear Mr. Niagara Juniors. We need to come up with a better name for my son who lives here. Just Niagara Junior. He's a grown man, but I guess he could still be a junior. Anyways, Mr. Niagara says, why don't you wear his boots? I'm like, I'm not clopping around in men's boots. And he's like, well, That's all there is. And I look over at my walking shoes, and I'm like, ugh, don't want to wear those. Okay, the trees are done kind of weirdly. It's like the top half is supposed to be snow, but there's no lines for me to color on. This one would be better, but I guess I'm just going to have to outline the tops in blue to show that that's snow. So I put on my son's boots, but they wouldn't do up because my calves are swollen too. So not only was I clod hopping around in men's boots, but now they were all open and floppy with the tongue flopping, and then there was two side parts, and they were just like flopping all around while I was clopping all around, and it was embarrassing. And so I got there. Everything was fine, went quickly. I got my needles, a little bit of extra in those spots that give me the most trouble, and it wasn't too bad, and I actually felt good. And to tell you the truth, I haven't been home that long, but I feel fine. I don't feel tired. Of course, it still could possibly happen, but I'm gonna have to. Alright, well, let's do a line inside here to show. Or actually, I can go on top of it. It works. So there's a few opaque colors in here which cover up the black line. There you go. Alright, so what do I have left? Okay, the pattern on the bottom. So let's give some red, if I can find it, because I don't have much red left. What color is that? It's like rust. Here's a red. So that went fine. But a little bit of COVID update is that we are going into stage red, which is a lockdown. So I was told all the new rules at my pain clinic when I went there. So we're going to have to wait in our cars now for appointments there. We never have had to do that before, but will this time. And I want bright blue, which I don't have out. I just have that pale blue. And then I guess I could end it with green. And then we'll do blue for the snowflakes. This is a nice blue. Yeah, so I told Mr. Niagara to make sure we had enough toilet paper so that we didn't have to put up with the nonsense that happened last time. So if people go all toilet paper crazy, we will be fine. What part was I doing? Oh, here we go. Didn't see where I was. So yeah, not an awful lot to tell today. Wish I could remember what happened yesterday, because I did have something I was going to tell you, but who knows now what it was. It'll come to me. As soon as I get off, as soon as I turn off this camera, it's going to come to my mind. And I'll be like, oh no, a little part of me will say, push play again, push record again. Let's add a little bit to this about remembering whatever it was I wanted to talk about. Alright, so now we're going to use this bright blue to do the snowflakes and dots and stuff on the outside. So these are two easy ones, huh? I mean, they could have been done a lot more detailed and seriously, but I'm just taking it easy with doing straight up gel pens. No blending or anything like that. And yes, you can blend with gel pens. It's very easy to, actually. Oh, you know what? I actually fell asleep there for a minute. That's the first time I've done it on camera. I don't know how long it was, but if it was more than a couple of minutes, I'm going to edit that out. So if I did edit it out, I just fell asleep on camera. Trust me. And I don't feel tired at all. But, yeah, I can't promise it'll happen again because I'm at the point where love looks like it's something bad. What am I talking about? Oh my god. Now I've been talking weird. Oh gosh. I am so embarrassed, but I may just leave that in so you guys can see the things that I go through with, like, falling asleep and talking, like, saying random things. It's just, I don't know, but I think that we've talked long enough for today. So I will be back tomorrow for sure because it's Friday. So today was the last day of school for my son. So he's off for the next 2 weeks, but they've been told to check the school board's website to find out if they're going back or not. Because if we're still in red, then red starts tomorrow. So if we're in red after 2 weeks, then they won't be going back to school. I'm worried about Christmas. I mean, even though I'm not, you know, not really going to affect me too much, but, you know, we like to get some sweets in and stuff on Christmas Eve, and, I mean, just thinking about all the other people too. I mean, what a way to go through Christmas if it's in lockdown. Can't even have Christmas Eve Mass, and that's just like, you know, whoa, is really like an empty hole if we can't celebrate Christmas in the church. Boy. Okay, so I'm going to log off now that I've finished doing all my weird things, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, I am back again, and today is Friday, and it is 4:30 in the afternoon. I had hoped to get on here earlier than this, but I found myself getting wrapped up in YouTube videos today. There was quite a few people doing the 10 books to finish challenge, and I really enjoy watching those. And a couple of people did the Christmas scavenger hunt, which I don't think I would like to do myself, but I enjoy looking at the books that they find these things at, and seeing books that are new to me. So, for us, we are on number 18. Today is the 18th, and we're going to do picture number 18, which is the suckers, or the lollipops. I called them lollipops as a kid. Call them suckers now. So, we're going to get coloring in that. First of all, I do not know what happened to me yesterday. Oh, where's that? I was just using it. Maybe it's in here. Here it is. So, yeah. I may have edited it out because I have no idea what it's like. I'm going to have to listen back to yesterday's visit and see exactly what happened during that part. But in case I did edit it all out, I fell asleep. I fell asleep while I was recording. And this will be the first time I ever heard myself fall asleep, so it should be very interesting to see on the camera. But another thing that I don't think I've ever mentioned before is that when I fall asleep, you know, I just have these times when I fall asleep, and there's nothing I can do about it. But when I fall asleep, I talk. So, and that's usually what wakes me up, because I can hear myself talking, and then all of a sudden my brain takes over, and it's like, you are talking about nonsense. Wake up. Oh darn, these aren't even. Well, we'll do the other one green. So yeah, that's what I was doing, and when I woke up, I said something about somebody making love hard. I have no idea. I'm going to have to listen back to it and see. So if it's short, I'll keep it in there, just so y'all can have a laugh and see what it actually means when I tell you I fall asleep. But for all I know, I talked for 5 minutes and slept for the other 15 minutes. But I couldn't have, because I did get my 2 pictures colored. And I didn't make any scribbles or anything on the page when I fell asleep. You know, if I have pencils or gel pens in my hand, I don't make marks on the page. Well, with the pencils, there might be a little movement here and a little movement there, and they're easily rubbed out. but I don't make any marks with a gel pen. But when I do the alcohol markers, I just like scribble all over sometimes. So I was going to do these green. Oh no. That means my other one's going to be green and blue, and I didn't want that. Okay, well, we'll do a green and orange, and I'll use the blue where I was going to use the orange. So how about that? Okay, so let's do a little bit of orange. So this is actually is going to be short. So this isn't going to take us long to color at all. So I have no idea how long my vlog is going to be this week. Hopefully it reaches an hour. But anyways, what I wanted to talk to you about is that, first of all, I want to thank you all for the comments that you've been leaving. I really enjoy reading them, and I know sometimes I don't get to them in a timely manner, but I do get to them. Sometimes I'll comment, and other times I just leave a like. But if I've liked your message, I've read it, and if there was some comment for me to make, I made it, or it just has a like. So, but anyways, I've been surprised at the amount of people who tell me they like it when I use pencils. And I started out this. I started my coloring. I've had this channel longer than I've been color tubing, but I started color tubing as a marker girl, and I was a self-confessed marker girl too. I didn't use anything but markers and gel pens and, you know, everything like that. I guess I did a little bit of acrylic paint here and there. But yeah, I was pretty much, you know, doing the main object in markers. And then I started using my Prismacolors again, and I really enjoyed them. And then that made me want to try other pencils. And tell you the truth, I do color more marker pictures than I do pencil pictures a month, but there's always a good showing of pencils. So yeah, it still surprised me that people say that. So what I wonder, it's not going to change how I color. But I wonder, do you like seeing me use pencils more, or do you like seeing me use markers the most? Just an answer for interest's sake. But then, with that comes my question is, would you like to see me use more? Well, I think I do use a variety, but would you like to see even a more variety of me using different medium, or media, I should say. No, wait. Media, medium. Media is plural. Okay, so would you like to see me use more media? Like, well, okay, so we know I'm going to use markers in my when I color on screen. And I guess this is for the pictures I color off screen too, because I know you guys really like seeing the finished pages. I think pretty much everybody's favorite videos are the finished pages. Those in the hauls, they're kind of a tie. You know what? What's number 19? I think we'll move on to that. That's tomorrow's, Saturday's picture, so I'll get a quick start on that so I can finish talking if I'm not done talking. So what I would like to know is the answer to the question of would you like to see me use more media on screen and in my pictures? Things such as watercolors, gouache, pencil crayons, pastels, acrylic paint, crayons. I've got all sorts of stuff that I use. And some I don't use as much as I would like to. So let me know, or do you just like it when I color in markers? You know, maybe you just want me to stay there so that you know when you come, you know what I'm going to give you. Though I will give you more than just markers. It'll be mainly markers, but there will be, you know what, I think I'm done. There will be occasionally other things than markers, but do you want to see, I hope I'm getting my point across. Do you want to see me do a wide variety of things on screen so that it's not just markers? Which is a little bit different than my first question of what do you prefer me to use, pencils or markers? I'm just learning with pencils, so what you're seeing when you see me do pencils is a learner. You're seeing somebody learning how to do something. Because every time I color with pencils, I do it a little bit differently, and I try something else new, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So guys, it's going to be time for me to go, and you're going to see this whole video, which I hope makes an hour, but I have a feeling it's going to be a short one here. Sorry for that. It's just because I skipped 2 days. I'll have to try and make sure I don't do that next week. I did so well the first week. I always do that. I decide I'm going to do something, and I do really good at it, and then the second week I suck. But actually this is the 3rd week. Yeah, because last week it was an hour and a half, which was a good one. See, it's an hour and a half, and I get more hits, more comments than the one that I did before where there was only an hour. I don't know why. People would rather watch a 1.5 hour program, as somebody has called my vlogs, than an hour one. I guess, you know, the truth is I do too, because when I see the length, I like seeing in an hour and a half, because that means that I can get out all my materials, gather them around me, get out my book, and I know I'm going to be sitting here for an hour and a half putting in a good coloring time, because I love listening to stuff while I color. Okay, so I'm in a chatty mood today, but I'm finished today's, and I don't know if I have enough to finish that. So you're gonna see whether or you will have seen already, whether I left in the sleeping, left in a bit of it, or if I cut it out altogether. Oh, that's going to be so embarrassing just for me to watch back. So I'm going to say goodbye now, because I've got to get a book I got for review. I need to get the video up today too, so always working at the last minute. That's me. Procrastinator of the year. So I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you for visiting with me today. I enjoyed my time with you, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So take care, stay safe, and keep coloring. Bye-bye!